Oh well, Alex, quite early in the season to tie yourself down to the club for long term. What was the reason behind that?
Yeah, well, I think for me it was trying to first and foremost focus on my football. Trying to get the decision made early was a decision that me, myself, my parents, and also my agent as well thought would be the best time just to do it early on in the season, so that I can focus on me performing and making sure that I do well for the club.
Yeah, there's a new Auckland franchise coming in next season, and you're obviously from Auckland. Why decide to go? Okay, actually, I'm going to stay in Wellington for Phoenix.
Yeah, well, that didn't really cross my mind at all, the Auckland expansion team. I thought first and foremost, the Phoenix have invested a lot of resources. They've invested the facilities for us to train and get better and improve. And I felt the Phoenix have invested so much in me that I can only do so much to repay the favour.
Alex, who was the first person you told about the extension?
It was actually my family and one of my close mates as well. It was very, very important that I let them know, because it's a special moment, especially for my career, and also I think it's especially for anybody to let their family know that there's a contract extension.
Yeah, it must have been a special moment. You've had a really good start to the season. Did part of you think about maybe continuing with the season and seeing how it panned out? If you continue to have a special season, you could have possibly got other deals elsewhere, or did you just want to tie it down now?
Not really. I wanted it to tie it down now, because I felt the best decision for me was to first and foremost secure the contract, because at the end of the day I don't really have a leg to stand on. Like, yes, I might have played 2 games, but I still don't really have too many appearances to my name. So I felt trying to secure the contract first, and then I can focus on performing later.
Did you expect to get an offer then so early into the season to sign on for 3 more years?
No, I didn't, but I think I'm really, really fortunate to be given that opportunity of that offer, and I felt like it was just the best decision for me to say yes.
You've been in Wellington, I think, is 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years.
All that been with the Phoenix? Can you just talk us through your sort of graduation to where you are now, that 6 years?
Yeah, so I came down to Wellington from Auckland when I was about 15. I got the opportunity to have a full scholarship at the Phoenix Academy. And then I was at Scots College boarding house. That's where I met some of my close mates like Ben Old and Finn Sermon. And that's when, I kind of started to develop. And then, we had the opportunity to play in the reserves, play for Loaha, play for Wellington United. And then it just started from there. So.
And I guess you had got that big break in the FA Cup game against Melbourne City.
Yeah.
Sort of when it all people started to take notice of you, I guess.
Yeah, you could say that. And then I think it's just also, I'm really, really passionate for the club. So I think it helps that one of the homegrowns or a player that came from the academy coming up into the first team, and fortunately enough doing those type of performances, the club loves to see that. So I'm just happy to be in this position right now.
And just about your mates Finn and Ben, I mean, like, how cool is it you're able to play football together? Is there a sort of band of brothers, like that relationship, you stay together, or? Yeah,
no, it's pretty cool, because you not really think, if you take back 4 or 5 years ago, where we're both, roommates in the boarding house in the academy, nobody really knew of us, to now, potentially, having that chemistry, knowing each other, knowing how we click. It's an awesome feeling. It still, feels surreal, but it's fantastic to, have our mates that we're close with to, cherish these footballing moments together.
And so what do you want to do over the next 3 years? You want to win a title? You want to debut for the All Whites? Have you set your next sort of bar up? Yeah, I haven't really thought too much about it yet. I just want to focus on the club first. I want to focus on making sure that I perform well, and I do the best that I can do for the club. So it's one of those things where I haven't really set too many goals or set anything too high yet, because first and foremost I just want to be here and make sure I'm giving the best for the club.
And you're getting a lot of praise from the first couple of weeks, but how do you measure your own success from a week with the Phoenix?
Yeah, well, I have goals for myself that I set. So I think for the first and foremost thing that I like to do is make sure with my family, I like to establish some goals that we can attain together, and then after that Then I set some personal goals that I want to achieve. So I think it's only the start. So we can only start from there.
What had you set for the first part of the A-League this year?
Well, the funny thing was, I want to make, it sounds very audacious, but I want to make, the home games, every time we play at home, I want to make that a fortress. So no matter what we do, I want to strive towards keeping a lot of clean sheets, or making sure, even if I don't play, I want to make sure that, if Dunks is in goal, I want to make sure I'm putting my best foot forward for him to, keep those clean sheets, because ultimately, at the end of the day, it's a team sport. We're all together on this.
Just one question. Ollie had a similar journey in the way that he was on the bench for a long time, had to bide his time, and then he got his opportunity. Did you take inspiration from what he was able to do there, or did you just focus on your own journey the whole time?
No, of course. I think he was one of those leaders in the team last season, and I did look up to him for a lot of the time, especially because just how he managed to be on the bench for a couple of seasons, and then take his opportunity when it came. So it's one of those things where he actually helped me guide myself throughout these past couple of months, past couple of seasons. So he's one of those guys that's been an inspiration for me.
And you got opportunities here and there over the last few seasons. Was it frustrating at all, coming on, having really good games, but never getting that opportunity to fully start while Ollie was there? Yeah,
I think it always is frustrating, because at the end of the day, everybody wants to play. But I think at the same time, it's one of those lessons that not many people will actually take under their wing, where maybe you just need to buy your time, and you need to focus on some of the weaker areas of your game so that you can improve on it.
And just lastly, what do you think you need to improve on going forward over the next 3 years?
There's a couple of things. A couple of things that myself and Ruben Parker have established that I need to improve on. But I think it's just one of those things is, once I delve down onto those weaker areas, then I can actually showcase more of those and turn it into strengths.